cheer. Good speak to the men. Hold with Yanni. We got our clothes and round. Mister! Mister! Hey, my hearts. Cheerily, cheerily, good hearts. Yeah. Take in the topsail. Tend to the master's wisdom. Blow till thou burst thy wind if room enough.
Good boatswain, have care. Where's the master? Play the men.
And pray now, keep below.
Where's the master, boatswain?
Do you not hear him? You mar our labour. Keep your cabin, you do assist the storm.
I could be patient.
When the sea is hence, what cares these roarers for the name of king? To cabin, silence, trouble us not.
I could remember whom thou hast aboard.
None that I love more than myself. You are a counsellor. If you can command these elements to silence and work the peace of the present, I shall not hand a rope more. Use your authority. If you cannot, give thanks that you have lived so long, and make yourself ready in your cabin for the mischance of the hour if it so happen. Cheerily, good hearts! Out of our way, I say!
And take great comfort from this fellow. Methink he has no drowning mark upon him. His complexion is perfect gallows. Stand fast, good fate, till his eye. Take the rope of his destiny our cable, for our own doth little advantage. If he do not board to be hanged, our case is miserable.
Down with the topmast, yeah? Lower, bring her to try the main course. A plague on this howling. They are louder than the weather or up. What? Yet again? What do you here? Shall we go and drown? Have you a mind to sink?
At what should you float, you falling clusters, 8 hours of old dog?
Work you then!
Hang your cur! Hang your horse and insolent noise maker! We are less afraid to be drowned than thou art!
I warrant him from drowning, though the ship ain't as stronger than a nutshell, and the sneaky as an unstout switch.
There, a hole! A hole! Set her up 2 courses, see again, lead her on!
What's great?
What was the rain cold?
Come on!
I would not give 1,000 pounds of fee for an acre of barren ground. Brown heath, long forest, anything. The else will not be done. The Lord fit down and grind in.
If by your art, my dearest father, you have put the wild waters in this raw and lay them, the sky, it seems, would pour down stinking pitch, but that the sea, mounting to the welkin's cheek, dashes the fire out. Oh, I have suffered with those that I saw suffer. A brave vessel, who had no doubt some noble creature in her, dashed all to pieces. The cry did knock against my very heart. Poor souls, they perished. Had I been any god of power, I would have sunk the sea within the earth, or ere it should the good ship so have swallowed and the floating souls within her.
Be collected. No more amazement. Tell your piteous heart there's no harm done.
Oh, woe the day!
No harm. I have done nothing but in care of thee. Of thee, my dear one, thee, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of whence I am, nor that I am more better than Prospero, master of a full poor cell, and thy no greater father.
More to know did never meddle with my thoughts.
'Tis time I should inform thee further. Lend thy hand, and pluck my magic garment from me. So, lie there, my art. Wipe thou thine eyes. Have comfort. The direful spectacle of this wreck, which touched the very virtue of compassion in thee, I have with such provision in mine art so safely ordered that there is no soul, no, not so much perdition as an hair betid to any creature in the vessel which thou heardst cry, which thou sawest sink. Sit down. For thou must now know further.
You've often begun to tell me what I am, but stopped and left me to a bootless inquisition, concluding, stay not yet.
The hour is now come. The very minute bids thee ope thine ear, obey, and be attentive. Canst thou remember a time before we came unto this cell? I do not think thou canst, for then thou wast not out 3 years old.
Certainly, sir, I can.
By what? By any other house or person, of anything the image tell me that hath kept with thy remembrance?
'Tis far off and rather like a dream than an assurance that my remembrance warrants. Had I not 4 or 5 women once that tended me?
Thou hadst, and more, Miranda. But how is it that this lives in thy mind? What seest thou else in the dark backward and abysm of time? If thou rememberest aught ere thou camest here, how thou camest here thou mayest.
But that I do not.
12 years since, Miranda. 12 years since thy father was the Duke of Milan and a prince of power.
Sir, are not you my father?
My mother was a piece of virtue, and she said thou wast my daughter, and thy father was Duke of Milan, and thou his only heir and princess no worse issued.
Oh, the heavens, what foul play had we that we came from thence? Or blessed was't that we did?
Both, my girl, by foul play, as thou sayest, were we heaved thence, but blessedly holp hither.
Oh, my heart bleeds to think of the teen that I turned you to, which is from my remembrance. Please you, father.
My brother, and thy uncle, called Antonio. I pray thee mark me that a brother should be so perfidious. He, whom next thyself of all the world I loved, and to him put the mandate of my state. As at that time through all the signories it was the first, and Prospero, the prime duke, being so reputed in dignity and for the liberal arts without a parallel, those being all my study, the government I cast upon my brother, and to my state grew stranger, being transported and wrapped in secret studies. Thy false uncle, dost thou attend me?
Sir, most heedfully.
Being once perfected in how to grant suits, how to deny them, who to advance, and who to trash for overtopping, new created the creatures that were mine, I say, or changed them, or else new formed them. Having both the key of officer and office, set all hearts in the state to what tune pleased his ear. And now he was the ivy which had hid my princely trunk, and sucked my verdure out on. Thou attend'st not.
Oh, good sir, I do.
I pray thee, mark me. I, thus neglecting worldly ends, all dedicated to closeness and the bettering of my mind, with that which, but by being so retired or prized, all popular rate, in my false brother awaked an evil nature. And my trust, like a good parent, did beget of him a falsehood in its contrary as great as my trust was, which had indeed no limit, a confidence sans bound. He, being thus lauded, not only with what my revenue yielded, but what my power might else exact, like one who, having into truth by telling of it, made such a sinner of his memory to credit his own lie, he did believe he was indeed the Duke. Out of the substitution, and executing the outward face of royalty with all prerogative, hence his ambition growing. Dost thou hear?
Your tale, sir, would cure deafness.
To have no screen between this part he played and him he played it for, he needs will be absolute Milan. Me, poor man, my library was duped and large enough. Of temporal royalties he thinks me now incapable. Confederates, so dry he was for sway, with the King of Naples, to give him annual tribute, do him homage, subject his coronet to his crown, and bend the dukedom yet unbowed. Alas, poor Milan, to most ignoble stooping.
Oh, the heavens.
Mark his condition, and the event, then tell me if this might be a brother.
I should sin to think but nobly of my grandmother. Good wombs have borne bad sons.
Now the condition. The King of Naples, being an enemy to me inveterate, hearkens my brother's suit, which was that he, in lieu of the premises of homage, and and I know not how much tribute, should presently extirpate me and mine out of the dukedom, and confer fair Milan with all the honours on my brother. Whereon a treacherous army levied, one midnight fated to the purpose, did Antonio open the gates of Milan, and in the dead of darkness the ministers for the purpose hurried thence me and thy crying self.
I not remembering how I cried out then will cry at her again. 'Tis a hint that rings mine eyes toot.
Hear a little further, and then I'll bring thee to the present business which now is upon us, without which this story were most impertinent.
Wherefore did they not that hour destroy us?
Well demanded, wench. My tale provokes that question. Dear, they durst not. So dear the love my people bore me, nor set a mark so bloody on the business, but with colours fairer painted their foul ends. In view, they hurried us aboard a bark, bore us some leagues to sea, where they prepared a rotten carcass of a boat, not rigged, nor tackle, sail, nor mast, the very rats instinctively had quitted. There they hoist us, to cry to the sea that roared to us, to sigh to the winds whose pity, sighing back again, did us but loving wrong.
Alack, what trouble was I then to you?
Oh, a cherubim thou wast, that did preserve me. Thou didst smile, infused with a fortitude from heaven, when I have decked the sea with drops full salt under my burthen groaned, which raised in me an undergoing stomach to bear up against what should ensue.
How came we ashore?
By providence divine. Some food we had, and some fresh water, that a noble Neapolitan Gonzalo, out of his charity, being then appointed master of this design, did give us, with rich garments, linens, stuffs, and necessaries, which since have steaded much. So, of his gentleness, knowing I loved my books, he furnished me from mine own library with volumes that I prize above my duty.
Would I might but ever see that man.
Now I arise. Sit still, and hear the last of our sea sorrow. Here in this island we arrived, and here have I, thy schoolmaster, made thee more profit than other princes can that have more time for vainer hours, and tutors not so careful.
Heavens thank you for it. And now I pray you, sir, for still 'tis beating in my mind your reason for raising this sea storm.
No, thus far forth. By accident, most strange, bountiful fortune, now, my dear lady, hath mine enemies brought to this shore. And by my prescience I find my zenith doth depend upon a most auspicious star, whose influence, if now I court not but omit, my fortunes will ever after droop. Here cease more questions. Thou art inclined to sleep, 'tis a good dumbness. And give it way. I know thou canst not choose. Away, servant. Come, I'm ready now. Approach, my Ariel. Come!
All hail, great master.
Pray, sir, hail!
I come to answer thy best pleasure.
Be it to fly,
To swim,
to dive into the fire,
to ride on the curled cloud,
to thy throne bidding task, area, and all his quality.
Hast thou, spirit, performed to point the tempest that I bade thee?
to every article. I boarded the kingship, now on the beak, now in the waist, the deck, in every cabin. I flamed amazement.
Sometime I divide and burn in many places. On the topmast, the yards, and the bowsprit would have flamed distinctly, then meet and join.
Jove's lightnings, the precursors of the dreadful thunderclaps, more momentary and sight outrunning, were not. The fire and cracks of sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune seemed to besiege, and make his bold waves tremble, yea, his dread trident shake.
My brave spirit, who was so firm, so constant that this coil would not infect his reason?
Not a soul, but felt the fever of the mad, and played some tricks of desperation. All but mariners plunged in the foaming brine and quit the vessel. Then all afire with me! The king's son, Ferdinand, with heir of Surrey, that light braids, no hair, was the first man that left. Cried, hell is empty, and all the devils are here!
Why, that's my spirit, but was not this nigh shore?
Oh, close by, my master.
But are they, Ariel, safe?
Not a hair perished. On their sustaining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. And as thou badest me, in troops I have dispersed them about the isle. The king's son have I landed by himself, whom I left cooling of the air with sighs, in an odd angle of the isle, and sitting, his arms in this sad knot.
Of the king's ship, the mariners, say how thou hast disposed, and all the rest of the fleet.
Oh, safely now is the king's ship. In the deep nook where once thou callest me up at midnight to fetch you from the still west Bermudas. There she is, the mariners all on the hatches stowed, who with a charm joined to their soft labour I have left asleep.
And for the rest of the fleet, which I dispersed, they all have met again, and are upon the Mediterranean float, bound sadly home for Naples, supposing that they saw the king's ship wrecked, and his great person perish.
Ariel, thy charge exactly as before. But there's more work. What is the time of the day?
Past the mid-season,
At least 2 glasses. The time 'twixt 6 and now must by us both be spent most preciously.
Is there more time?
since thou doth give me pains, let me remember thee what thou hast promised, which is not yet performed me.
How now? Moody, what is thou canst demand?
My liberty!
Before the time be out, no more.
I pray thee, remember I done it worthy service.
Told thee no lies,
Made thee no mistakings.
served without or grudge or grumbling.
Thou didst promise to make me a full year.
Dost thou forget from what a torment I did free thee?
No.
Thou dost? And thinks it much to tread the ooze of the salt deep, to run upon the sharp wind of the north, to do me business in the veins of the earth, when it is baked with frost.
I do not, sir.
Thou liest, malignant thing, hast thou forgot the foul witch Sycorax, who with age and envy was grown into a hoop? Hast thou forgot her?
No,
Thou
sir.
hast? Where was she born? Speak, tell me.
Sir, in Algiers.
Or was she so? I must once in a month recount what thou hast been, which thou forgett'st. This damned witch Sycorax, for mischiefs manifold, and sorceries terrible to enter human hearing, from Algiers, thou knowest, was banished. For one thing she did, they would not take her life. Is not this true?
Aye, sir.
This blue-eyed hag was hither brought with child, and here was left by the sailors. Thou, my slave, as thou reports thyself, was then her servant. For thou wast a spirit too delicate to act her earthly and abhorred commands, refusing her grand hest, she did confine thee, by help of her more potent ministers and in her most unmitigable rage, into a cloven pine, within which rift imprisoned thou didst painfully remain 12 years, within which space she died, and left thee then, where thou didst vent thy groans as fast as mill wheels strike. Then was this island, save for the sun that she did litter here, a freckled whelp hag born, not honoured with a human shape.
Yes, Caliban her son.
Don't think I say so. He, that Caliban whom now I keep in service. Thou best knowest what torment I did find thee in. Thy groans did make wolves howl, and penetrate the breasts of ever angry bears. It was a torment to lay upon the damned, which Sycorax could not again undo. It was mine art, when I arrived and heard thee, that made gape the pine and let thee out.
I thank thee, master.
If thou more murmurest, I will rend an oak, and peg thee in his knotty entrails till thou hast howled away 12 winters.
Pardon, master. I will be correspondent to command.
And do my spirit in gently.
Do so. And after 2 days I will discharge thee.
That's my noble master. What shall I do?
Say, what shall I do?
Go, make thyself like a nymph of the sea. be subject to no sight but thine and mine, invisible to every eyeball else. Go, take this shape, and hither come it. Go, hence with diligence. Awake, dear heart, awake. Thou hast slept well. Awake.
The strangeness of your story put heaviness in me.
Shake it off. Come on, we'll visit Caliban, my slave. Never yields us kind answer.
'Tis a villain, sir, I do not love to look on.
But as 'tis, we cannot miss him. He does make our fire, fetch in our wood, and serves in offices that profit us. What ho, slave! Caliban, thou earth, thou, speak.
There's one enough within.
Come forth, I say, there's other business for thee. Come, thou tortoise, when? Thou poisonous slave! Got by the devil himself upon thy wicked dam. Come forth!
Wicked dew is there my mother brushed with raven's feather from unwholesome fen drop on you both! The southwest blow on ye, and blister you all o'er.
For this, be sure, tonight thou shalt have cramps. Side stitches that shall pen thy breath up. Urchin shall, for that vast of night, that they may work all exercise on thee. Thou shalt be pinched as thick as honeycomb, each pinch more stinging than bees that made them.
I must eat my dinner. This island's mine! My sycorax, my mother, which thou takest from me. When thou camest first, thou strokedest me, madest much of me. Wouldst give me water with berries in it? Teach me how to name the bigger light, and how the less that burn by day and night. And then I loved thee, and showed thee all the qualities of the isle. Fresh springs, brine pits, barren place and fertile. Oh, cursed be I that did so. All the charms of sycorax, toads, beetles, bats, light on thee, for I have all the subjects that you have, which first was mine own king, and here you sty me in this hard rock, whilst you do keep from me the rest of the island.
Thou most lying slave, whom stripes may move, not kindness, I have used thee, filth as thou art, with human care, and lodged thee in mine own cell, till thou didst seek to violate the honor of my child.
Oh, would it had been done. Oh, thou didst prevent me. I had peopled else this isle with Calibans.
Abhorred slave, which any print of goodness wilt not take, being capable of all ills. I pitied thee, took pains to make thee speak, taught thee each hour one thing or other, when thou didst not, savage, know thine own meaning, but wouldst gabble like a thing most brutish. I endowed thy purposes with words that made them known, but thy vile race, though thou didst learn, had that int which good natures could not abide to be with. Therefore wast thou deservedly confined into this rock, who hadst deserved more than a prison.
You taught me language, and the profit on it is, I know how to curse. The Red Plague rid you for learning me your language.
Hag seed, hence, fetch us in fuel, and be quick thou art best to answer other business. Shrugg'st thou, malice? If thou neglects, or dost unwillingly what I command, I'll rack thee with old cramps, fill all thy bones with aches, make thee roar, that beast shall tremble at thy din.
No, I prithee, I must obey. His art is of such power would control my dam's god, Setibus, and make a vassal of him.
So, slave, hence!
Where should this music be? In the air or the earth? It sounds no more. And sure it waits upon some god of the island. Sitting on a bank, weeping against the king, my father's wrack, this music crept by me upon the waters, allaying both their fury and my passion with its sweet air. Thence I have followed it, or it had drawn me rather. But 'tis gone. No, it begins again. Remember my drowned father? This is no mortal business. No sound that the earth owes. I hear it now above me.
Advance the fringed curtains of thine eye, and say what thou seest, John.
What is't? A spirit? Lord, how it looks about. Believe me, sir, it carries a brave form, but 'tis a spirit.
No, wench. It eats and sleeps and hath such senses as we have. Such. This gallant which thou seest was in the wreck, and but is something stained with grief. That's beauty's canker. Thou mightst call him a brutal person. He hath lost his fellows and strays about to find them.
I might call him a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw so noble.
Goes on, I see as my soul prompts it. Spirit, spirit, I'll free thee within 2 days, please.
Monsieur, the goddess, on whom these airs attend, vouchsafe my prayer may know if you remain upon this island, and that you will some good instruction give how I may bear me here. My prime request, which I do last pronounce, is, oh, you wonder if you be maid or no?
No wonder, sir, but certainly a maid.
My language, heavens! I am the best of them that speak this speech, were I but once is spoken.
How? The best? What wert thou if the king of Naples heard thee?
A single thing, as I am now, that wonders to hear thee speak of Naples. He does hear me. And that he does I weep. Myself am Naples, who with mine eyes never since it have beheld the king my father wrecked.
Alack for mercy.
Yes, faith and all his laws. the Duke of Milan and his brave son being twain.
The Duke of Milan and his more braver daughter could control thee, now draw fit to do it. At the first sight they have changed eyes. Delicate Ariel, I'll set thee free for this. A word, good sir. I fear you have done yourself some wrong. A word.
Why speaks my father so ungently? This is the third man that e'er I saw, the first that e'er I sighed. For pity move my father to be inclined my way.
Or if a virgin, and your affections not gone forth, I'll make you the Queen of Naples.
Sir, one word more. They are both in either's powers. But this swift business I must uneasy make, lest too light winning make the prize light. One word more. I charge thee that thou attend me. Thou dost here usurp the name thou owest not, and hast put thyself upon this island as a spy to win it from me, the Lord on't.
No, as I am a man.
There's nothing ill can dwell in such a temple. If the ill spirit have so fair a house, good things will strive to dwell with it.
Follow me. Speak not you for him. He's a traitor. Come. I'll manacle thy neck and feet together. Sea water shalt thou drink. Thy food shall be the fresh brook mussels, withered roots, and husks wherein the acorn cradled. Follow.
No! I will resist such entertainment till mine enemy has more power.
Oh, dear father, make not too rash a trial of him, for he is gentle and not fearful.
What, I say, my foot, my tutor? Traitor, put up thy sword. Who makest a show but darest not strike, thy conscience is so possessed with guilt. Come from thy ward, for I can here disarm thee with this stick, and make thy weapon drop.
Beseech you, father!
Hands, hang not on my garments!
Sir, have pity! I'll be his surety.
Silence! One word more shall make me chide thee, if not hate thee. What? An advocate for an impostor? Hush! Thou thinkst there is no more such shapes as he, having seen but him and Caliban, foolish wench. To the most of men, this is a Caliban, and they to him are angels.
My affections are then most humble. I have no ambition to see a goodlier man.
Come on, obey. Thy nerves are in their infancy again and have no vigor in them.
So they are. My spirits, as in a dream, are all bound up. My father's lost, the weakness where I feel, the wreck of all my friends, nor this man's threats to whom I am subdued, are but blight to me. Might I but through my prison once a day behold this maid, all corners else of the earth let liberty make use of. Space enough have I in such a prison.
It works. Come on. Thou hast done well, mine Ariel. Follow me. Hark what thou else shalt do.
Be of comfort. My father's of a better nature than he appears by speech. This is unwanted which now came from him.
Thou shalt be free as mountain winds, but then exactly do all points of my command.
To the Citadel.
Come, follow. Speak not for him. Ferdinand!
Oh, Ferdinand!
Beseech you, sir, be merry. You have cause for all of joy, for our escape is much beyond our loss. Our hint of woe is common. Every day some sailor's wife, the master of some merchant, and the merchant do have our theme of woe. But for the miracle, I mean, our preservation. Few in millions can speak like us. Then wisely, good sir, weigh our sorrow with our comfort.
Prithee, peace.
He receives comfort like cold porridge.
The visitor will not give him more so.
Look, he's winding up the watch of his wit. By and by it will strike.
Sir,
One, tell.
When every grief is entertained that's offered comes to the entertainer.
$1.
Dollar comes to him indeed. You have spoken true and are your purpose.
You have taken it wiselier than I meant you should.
Therefore, my lord.
Fie, what a spendthrift is he of his tongue.
I prithee spare.
Well, I have done. But yet
He will be talking.
Which of he or Adrian, for a good wager, first begins to crow?
The old cock.
The cockerel.
Done. The wager?
A laughter.
A match.
Though this island seemed to be dirty,
So you're paid?
uninhabitable, and almost inaccessible,
Yeah.
yet
He could not miss.
it must needs be of subtle, tender, and delicate temperance.
Temperance was a delicate wench.
Aye, and as subtle as he most learnedly delivered.
The air breathes upon us here most sweetly.
As if it had lungs, and rotten ones.
Or as 'twere perfumed by a fen.
here everything is advantageous to life.
True. Save means to live.
Of that there's none, or little.
Alles and dusty, the grass looks how green.
But the ground indeed is tawny.
With an eye of green it,
He misses not much.
he doth but mistake the truth totally.
But the rarity of it is, which is indeed beyond credit,
As many vouched rarities are.
that our garments, being as 'twere drenched by the sea, hold notwithstanding their freshness and their glosses, being rather new dyed than staked with salt water.
If but one of his pockets could speak, would it not say he lies?
Aye, or very falsely pocket up his report.
Methinks our garments are now as fresh as when we were first in Africa at the marriage of the king's fair daughter Claribel to the king of Tunis.
It was a sweet marriage, and we prosper well in our return.
Tunis was never graced before with such a pardon to their queen.
Not since widow Dido's time.
Widow? A pox of that. Who let that widowing widow Dido?
What if you'd said widower Aeneas too? Good Lord, how you'd take it.
Widow Dido, said you. You make me study of that. She was of Carthage, not of Tunis.
This Tunis was Carthage.
Carthage.
I assure you, Carthage.
His word is like a miraculous harp. He's raised the walls and houses too.
What impossible matter will he make easy next?
I think he will carry this island home in his pocket and give it his son for an apple.
And, sowing the kernels of it in the sea, bring forth more islands.
Aye.
Why, in good time.
Yeah. Well, there it is. So we were talking that our garments are now as fresh as when we were at Tunis at the marriage of your daughter, who is now queen.
And the rarest that e'er came there.
Abate, I beseech you, widow Dido.
Oh, Widow Dido, aye, Widow Dido.
Is not my doublet so as fresh as the first day I wore it? I mean, in a sort.
That sort was well fished for.
When I wore it at your daughter's marriage.
You crammed these words into mine ears against the stomach of my sense. Oh, would I have never married my daughter there? For coming thence, my son is lost. And in my rage, she too, who is so far from Italy removed, I ne'er again shall see her. Oh, thou, mine heir of Naples and of Milan, what strange fish hath made his meal on thee?
Sir, he may live. I saw him beat the surges under him, and ride upon their backs. He trod the water whose enmity he flung aside, and breasted the surge most sore that met him. His bold head above the contentious waves he kept, and oared with his good arms in lusty stroke to the shore that o'er his wave-worn basis bowed, as stooping to relieve him. I no doubt he came alive to land.
No, he's gone.
Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss, that would not bless our Europe with your daughter, but rather loose her to an African, where she at least is banished from your eye, who hath cause to wet the grief on.
Prithee, peace.
You were kneeled to and importuned otherwise by all of us, and the fair soul herself weighed between loathness and obedience, at which end of the beam should bow. We have lost your son, I fear, forever. Milan and Naples have more widows in them of this business making than we bring men to comfort them. The fault's your own.
So is the dearest lost.
My lord Sebastian! The truth you speak doth lack some gentleness, and time to speak it in. You rub the sore when you should bring the plaster.
Very well.
And most chirurgeonly.
It is foul weather in us all, good sir, when you are cloudy.
Foul weather.
Very foul.
And I, plantation of this isle, my lord,
Sold with nettle seed.
All docks or mallows.
and 'twere the king on it. What would I do?
Escape being drunk for want of wine.
In the Commonwealth I would by contraries execute all things. For no kind of traffic would I learn, oh name of magistrate. Letters should not be known. Riches, poverties, and use of service, none. Contract, succession, born, bound of land, tills, vineyard, none. No use of metal, corn, or wine, or oil, no occupation. All men idle, all. And women too, but innocent and pure. But no sovereignty.
Yet he would be king on it.
The latter end of this commonwealth forgets the beginning.
All things in common nature would produce without sweat or endeavour. Treason, felony, sword, pike, knife, gun, or use of any engine would I not have. But nature should bring forth of its own kind all poison, all abundance, to feed my innocent people.
No marrying among his subjects.
None, man, all idle, whores and knaves.
I would with such perfection govern, sir, to excel the golden age.
God save his majesty!
Long live Gonzalo.
And do you mark me, sir?
Prithee, no more. Thou dost talk nothing to me.
I do well believe your highness. And I did it to minister to these gentlemen, who are of such nimble and sensible lungs that they always used to laugh at nothing.
'Twas you we laughed at.
Oh, in this very fooling, I'm nothing to you, so you may continue and laugh at nothing still.
What a blow is there given.
And it had not fallen flat long.
You are gentlemen of brave metal. You would lift the moon out of her sphere if she were to continue in it 5 weeks without changing.
We would so, and then go a-back fouling.
Nay, good my lord, be not angry.
Nay, I assure you, I will not adventure my discretion so weakly. Will you love me asleep? For I'm very heavy.
Go sleep and hear us.
What? Oh, so soon asleep. Oh, I wish my eyes would with themselves shut up my thoughts. I find they are inclined to do so.
Please you, sir, do not omit the heavy offer of it. It seldom visits sorrow. When it does, it is a comforter.
We too, my lord, will guard your person while you take your rest. And watch your safety.
Thank you. Wondrous heavy.
What a strange drowsiness possesses them.
'Tis the quality of the climate.
Why then doth it not our eyelids sink? I find not myself disposed to sleep.
Nor I. My spirits are nimble. They fell together all as by consent. They dropped as by a thunderstroke. What might, worthy Sebastian? Oh, what might! No more. And yet, methinks I see it in thy face what thou shouldst be. The occasion speaks thee, and my strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head. Art thou waking? Do you not hear me speak?
I do. Surely it is a sleepy language, and thou speakst out of thy sleep. What is it thou didst say? This is a strange repose, to be asleep with eyes wide open, standing, speaking, moving, and yet so fast asleep.
Noble Sebastian, thou lett'st thy fortune sleep, die rather, winkst whilst thou art waking.
Thou dost snore distinctly. There's meaning in thy snores.
I am more serious than my custom. You must be so too. If heed me, which to do trebles thee o'er.
Well, I am standing water.
I'll teach you how to flow.
Do so. To ebb, hereditary sloth instructs me.
Oh, if you but knew how you the purpose cherish, whilst thus you mock it. How in stripping it, you more invested. Ebbing men indeed most often do so near the bottom run by their own fear or sloth.
Prithee say on. The setting of your eye and cheek proclaim a matter from thee, and a birth indeed which throws thee much to yield.
Thus, sir, although this lord of weak remembrance, this who shall be of as little memory when he is earthed, hath here almost persuade, for he's a master of persuasion, only professes to persuade the king his sons alive, 'tis as impossible that he's undrowned, and he that sleeps here swims.
I have no hope that he's undrowned.
Oh, out of that no hope, what great hope have you? No hope that way is another way, so high a hope that even ambition cannot pierce a wink beyond, but doubt discovery there. Will you grant with me that Ferdinand is drowned?
He's gone.
Then tell me, who's the next heir of Naples?
Clarabel.
She that is Queen of Tunes. She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life. She that from Naples can have no note, unless the sun were post, the man and the moon's too slow, till newborn chins grow rough and miserable. She that from whom we all were sea swallowed, though some cast again, and by that destiny to perform an act, whereof what's past is prologue, what to come in yours and my discharge.
What stuff is this? How say you? 'Tis true. My brother's daughter's Queen of Tunis. So is she heir of Naples, twixt which regions there is some space.
A space whose every cubit seems to cry out, how shall that Clarabel measure us back to Naples? Keep in Tunis, and let Sebastian weak. Say this were death that now hath seized them. Why, they were no worse than now they are. There be that can rule Naples as well as he that sleeps. Lords that can prate as amply and unnecessarily as this Gonzalo. I myself could make a chuff of his deep chat. Did you bore the mind that I do? What a sleep were this for your advancement? Do you understand me?
Methinks I do.
And how does your content tender your own good fortune?
I remember you did supplant your brother Prospero.
True. And look how well my garments sit upon me, much feeter than before. My brother's servants were once my fellows. Now they are my men.
But for your conscience.
Aye, sir, where lies that? If 'twere a kite, 'twould put me to my slipper. But I feel not this deity in my bosom. 20 consciences that stand twixt me and Milan, candied be they, and melt ere they molest. Here lies your brother. No better than the earth he lies upon, if he were that which now he's like. That's dead. Whom I, with this obedient steel, 3 inches of it, can lay to bed forever. Whilst you, doing thus, to the perpetual wink for aye might put this ancient morsel, this Sir Prudence, who should not upbraid our course. For all the rest, they'll take suggestion as a cat laps milk. They'll tell the clock to any business that we say befits the hour.
Thy case, dear friend, shall be my precedent. As thou gotst Milan, I'll come by Naples. Draw thy sword. One stroke shall free thee from the tribute which thou payest, and I, the king, shall love thee.
Draw together. And when I rear my hand, do you the like, to fall it on Gonzalo.
But Robert,
My master, through his art, foresees the danger that you, his friend, are in, and sends me forth
Or else his project dies.
to keep them living.
While you here do snoring lie, open-eyed conspiracy its time doth take. If of life you keep a care, shake off slumber and beware. Awake! Awake!
And let us both be sudden.
Old angels, preserve the king.
Why, how now? Ho! Awake! Why you drawn? Wherefore this ghastly looking?
What is the matter?
Whilst we stood here, securing your repose, we heard a hollow burst of bellowing of bulls, or rather lions. Did not wake you. It struck my ear most terribly.
I heard nothing.
Oh, 'twas a din to fright a monster's ear, to make an earthquake. Sure it was the roar of the whole herd of lions.
Heard you this, Gonzalo?
From an honor I heard a having, sir, and a strange one too, which should awake me. I shaked you and cried. As I opened my eyes, I saw their weapons drawn. There was a noise that said anything. 'Tis best we stand upon our guard, or that we quit this place. Draw your weapons, sir.
Lead off this ground, and let's make further search for my poor son.
Heaven keep him from these beasts, for he is sure in the island.
Lead away.
Prospero, my lord, shall know what I have done.
So, King, go set Cleon to seek thy son.
All the infections that the sun sucks up from bogs, fens, flats, on Prosper fall and make him by inch meal a disease! His spirits hear me, and yet I needs but curse. But they'll nor pinch me, fright me with urchin shows, pitch me in the mire, nor lead me like a firebrand into the dark, unless he bid him. But for every trifle that they turned upon me, sometimes like apes that mow and chatter at me, and after bite me. Then like hedgehogs which lie tumbling in my barefoot way, and mount their pricks at my footfall. Sometime am I all wound with adders who, with cloven tongues, do hiss me into madness. Lo, 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 here comes a spirit of his, and to torment me for bringing one in slowly. I'll fall flat. Perchance he will not mind me.
Here's neither bush nor shrub to bear off any weather at all. And another storm brewing. I can hear it sing in the wind. Yon same black cloud, yon huge one, looks like a foul bumbard that would shed his liquor. If it should thunder as it did before, I know not where to hide my head. Yon same cloud cannot choose but fall by pailfuls. What have we here? A man or a fish? Dead or alive? A fish. He smells like a fish. A very ancient and fish-like smell. A kind of not of the newest poor John. A strange fish. Were I in England now, as once I was, and had but this fish painted, not a holiday fool there but would give a piece of silver. There would this monster make a man. Any strange beast there makes a man. When they will not give a doit to relieve a lame beggar, they will lay out 10 to see a dead Indian. Legged like a man, and his fins like arms. Warm, oh my troth! I do now let loose my opinion, hold it no more. This is no fish, but an islander that hath lately suffered by a thunderbolt. Alas, the storm is come again. My best way is to hide under his gabardine. There is no other shelter hereabout. Oh, misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. I shall here shroud till the dregs of the storm be past.
I shall no more to see, here shall I die ashore. This is a very scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral. Well, here's my comfort. The mass of the swabber, the boatswain and I, the gunner and his mates, loved Mal McMurrin and Marjorie, but none of us cared for Kate.
For she at a time with tongue with a tang would cry to a sailor, go hang. She loved not the savour of tar nor a pitch, and a tailor could scratch her where she did it in the sea, boys, and let her go hang. It's a scurvy tune too, but here's my comfort.
Oh, do not torment me. Oh.
What's the matter? Have we devils here? Do you put tricks upon with savages and men of Ind, huh? I have not escaped drowning to be feared now by your 4 legs. For that been said, as proper a man as ever went on 4 legs cannot make him keep round, and it should be said so again while Stefano breathes at nostrils.
Oh, do not torment me. Oh! Ah!
This is some monster of the isle with 4 legs who has got, as I take it, an ague. Where the devil should he learn our language? I'll give him some relief of a beaver for that. If I can recover him and keep him tame and get to Naples with him, he's a present for any emperor that ever trod on Neep's leather.
Oh, do not torment me, prithee. I'll bring my wood home faster.
He's in his fit now and does not talk after the wisest. He shall taste of my bottle. If you've never drunk wine before, that will go near to remove his fit. If I can recover him and keep him tame, I'll not take too much for him. He that hath him shall pay for him, and that soundly.
Oh, thou dost me yet but little hurt. Thou wilt anon. I know it by thy trembling. Now prosper works upon thee. Oh, oh.
Come on your ways. Open your mouth. Here is that which will give language to you, cat.
Oh.
Oh, open your mouth. This will shake your shaking, and that soundly, I can tell you. You cannot tell who's your friend. Open your chaps again.
I should know that voice. It should be, but he is drowned, and these are devils. Oh, defend me.
4 legs, and 2 voices. A most delicate monster. His forward voice now is to speak well of his friend, his backward voice to utter foul speeches and to detract. If all the wine in my bottle can recover him, I will help his ague. Come. Amen. I shall pour some in thy other mouth.
Stefano?
Does thy other mouth call me? Mercy, mercy, this is a devil and no monster. I will leave him. I have no long spoon.
Stefano, if thou be Stefano, touch me and speak to me, for I am Trinculo. Be not afeard, my good friend, Trinculo.
If thou beest Trinculo, come forth. I'll pull thee by thy lesser legs. If any be Trinculo's legs, these are they. Thou art very Trinculo indeed. How camest thou to be the siege of this mooncalf?
I took him to be killed with a thunderstroke, but art thou not drowned, Stefano? I hope now thou art not drowned. Is the storm overblown? I hid me under the dead mooncalf's gabardine for fear of the storm. And art thou, Stefano? Oh, Stefano, truly a bullet escaped!
Oh, pray thee do not turn me about. My stomach's not constant.
Oh, these be brave spirits, and if they be not sprites, that's a fine lord who bears celestial liquor. I will kneel to him.
How didst thou escape? How didst thou come hither? Swear by this bottle how thou camest hither. I escaped upon a bottle of sack which the sailors heaved overboard. By this bottle which I made from the bark of a tree with mine own hands since I was cast ashore.
By that bottle I'll swear to be thy true subject, for the liquor is not earthly.
Swear then how thou escapest.
I swam ashore, man, like a duck. I can swim like a duck, I'll be sworn.
Kiss the book. Though thou canst swim like a duck, thou art made like a goose.
Oh, Stefano, hast any more of this?
The whole butt, man. My cellar is in a rock by the seaside where my wine is hid. How now, mooncalf? How does thine ague?
Hast thou not dropped from heaven?
Out of the moon, I do assure thee. There was a man of the moon who time was.
I have seen thee and her, and I do adore thee. My mistress showed me thee, and thy dog, and thy bush.
Come, swear to that. Kiss the book. I will furnish it anon with new contents, swear.
By this good light, this is a very shallow monster. I have feared of him. A very weak monster. The man in the moon. A most poor, credulous monster. Well-drawn monster, in good sooth.
Oh, I'll show thee every fertile inch of the island, and I will kiss thy foot. I prithee, be my god.
By this light, a most perfidious and drunken monster. When his god's asleep, he'll rob his bottle.
I'll kiss thy foot. I'll swear myself thy subject.
I shall laugh myself to death at this puppy-headed monster. A most scurvy monster. I could find in my heart to beat him.
Come on then, down and swear.
But that the poor monster's in drink. An abominable monster.
Come, kiss.
Oh, I'll show thee the best springs. I'll pluck thee berries. I'll fish for thee and get thee wood enough. Oh, a plague upon the tyrant that I serve. I'll bear him no more sticks, but follow thee, thou wondrous man.
A most ridiculous monster, to make a wonder out of a poor drunkard.
I prithee, let me show thee where crabs grow. And I, with my long nails, shall dig thee pignuts, show thee a jay's nest, and instruct thee how to ensnare the nimble marmoset. I'll bring thee to clustering filberts, and sometimes I'll get thee young scamels from the rock. Wilt thou go with me?
Trinculo, the king and all our companions have been drowned. We will inherit here. Bear my bottle, fellow Trinculo. We'll fill him by and by. I pray thee, lead the way.
Oh, farewell, master! Farewell, farewell!
A howling monster, a drunken monster.
Oh, no more dams I'll make for fish, nor fetching firing for requiring, nor scrape champ trencher, nor wash dish. Bam, bam, cacao, bam. Got a new master, get a new man. Heyday, freedom, freedom!
Oh, brave monster, lead the way!
The besoms sports are painful, and the labor delight in them sets off. Some kinds of baseness are nobly undergone, and most poor matters point to rich ends. This, my mean task, would be as heavy to me as odious. But the mistress which I serve quickens what's dead, and makes my labors pleasures. Oh, she is 10 times more gentle than her father's crabs, and he's composed of harshness. I must remove some thousands of these logs and pile them up upon a soaring junction. My sweet mistress weeps when she sees me work, and says such baseness had never like executor. I forget. But these sweet thoughts do even refresh my labors most busy, least when I do it.
Alas now, pray you, work not so hard. I would the lightning had burnt up those logs that you were enjoined to pile. Pray now, set it down and rest you. When this burns, 'twill weep for having wearied you. My father's hard at study. Pray now, rest yourself. He's safe for these 3 hours.
O most dear mistress, the sun will set before I shall discharge what I must strive to do.
If you'll sit down, I'll bear your logs the while. Pray, give me that. I'll carry it to the pile.
No! Precious creature, I'd rather crack my sinews, break my back, than you should such dishonor undergo while I sit lazy by.
It would become me as well as it does you, and I should do it with much more ease. For my goodwill is to it, and yours it is against.
Poor worm, thou art infected. This visitation shows it.
You look wearily.
No, noble mistress. 'Tis fresh morning with me when you are by at night. I do beseech you, chiefly that I might set it in my prayers. What is your name?
Miranda. Oh, my father, I have broken your hest to say so.
Admired Miranda. Indeed, the top of admiration, worth what's dearest to the world. Full many a lady I have eyed with best regard, and many a time the harmony of her tongue that into bondage brought my too diligent ear. For several virtues have I liked several women, never any with so full soul, but some defect in her did quarrel with the noblest grace she owed, and put it to the foil. But you, oh you, so perfect and so peerless, are created of every creature's best.
I do not know one of my sex. no woman's face remember, save from my glass mine own. Nor have I seen more that I may call men than you, good friend, and my dear father. How features are abroad, I am skillless of. But, by my modesty, the jewel in my dower, I would not wish any companion in the world but you. Nor can imagination form a shape besides yourself to like of. But I rattle something too wildly, and my father's precepts I therein do forget.
I am, in my condition, a prince, Miranda. I do think a king. I would not so, and would no more endure this wooden slavery than to suffer the flesh fly blow my mouth. Hear my soul speak. The very instant that I saw you did my heart fly to your service. There resides to make me slave to it. And for your sake am I this patient logman.
Do you love me?
Oh, heaven, oh, earth, bear witness to this sound and crown what I profess with kind event if I speak true. If hollowly invert what best disposed me to mischief, I, beyond all limit of what else in the world to love, prize, honor you.
I am a fool to weep at what I am glad of.
Fair encounter of two most rare affections. Heavens rain grace on that which breathes between.
Wherefore weep you?
At mine unworthiness, that dare not offer what I desired to give, and much less take what I shall die to want. But this is trifling, and all the more it seeks to hide itself, the bigger bulk it shows. Hence, bashful cunning, and prompt me, plain and holy innocence. I am your wife, if you will marry me. If not, I'll die your maid. To be your fellow you may deny me, but to be your servant, I'll be your servant whether you will or no.
My mistress, dearest, and I thus humble ever.
My husband, then.
I, with a heart as willing as bondage air of freedom. Here's my hand.
And mine with my heart in't. And so farewell, till half an hour hence.
1,000,000.
So glad of this as they, I cannot be, who are surprised before. For my rejoicing at nothing can be more. I'll to my book, for yet ere supper time must I perform much business appertaining.
When the punch is out, we'll drink water and not a drop before. Therefore, bear up and board him. Servant monster, drink to me.
Servant monster, the folly of this island. They say there are but 5 upon this isle. We are 3 of them. If the other 2 be brained like us, the state totters.
Drink, servant monster, when I bid thee. The eyes are almost set in my head.
Where should they be set else? He were a brave monster indeed if they were set in his tail.
My man monster drowned his tongue in sack. For my part, the sea cannot drown me. I swam ere I could recover the shore, 35 leagues off and on by this light. You shall be my lieutenant, monster, or my standard.
Your lieutenant, if you list, he's no standard.
We'll not run, monsieur monster.
Nor go neither, but you lie like dogs and yet say nothing neither.
Mooncalf, speak once in thy life if thou beest a good mooncalf.
How does that honor? Oh, let me lick thy shoe. I'll not serve him, he's not valiant.
Thou liest, most ignorant monster. I'm in case to jostle a constable. Why, thou debauched fish, thou? Was there ever man a coward that hath drank as much sack as I today? Wilt thou tell a monster sly, being but half fish and half monster?
Oh, lo, how he mocks me. Wilt thou let him, my lord?
Lord, quoth he, that a monster should be such a natural.
Lo, lo, and again. Bite him to death, I prithee.
Trinculo, keep a good tongue in your head. If you prove a mutineer the next tree, the poor monster's my subject, and he shall not suffer indignity.
I thank my noble lord. Wilt thou be pleased to hearken once again to the suit I made to thee?
Marry will I. Kneel and repeat it. I will stand, and so shall Trinculo.
As I told thee before, I am subject to a tyrant, a sorcerer, that by his cunning hath cheated me of the island.
Thou liest!
Thou liest, thou jesting monkey, thou! I would my valiant master would destroy thee. I do not lie.
Trinculo, if you trouble him any more in his tale, by this hand I'll supplant some of your teeth.
Why? I said nothing.
Mum then, and no more. Proceed.
I say by sorcery he got this isle. From me he got it. If thy greatness will revenge it on him, for I know thou darest, but this thing dare not.
That's most certain.
Then thou shalt be lord of it, and I'll serve thee.
And now shall this be compassed? Canst thou bring me to the party?
Yea, yea, Lord, I'll yield him thee asleep, where thou mayest knock a nail into his head.
Thou liest, thou canst not.
What a pioneer is this? Thou scurvy batch, I do beseech thy greatness, give him blows and take his bottle from him. When that's gone, he shall drink not but brine, for I'll not show him where the quick freshes are.
Trinculo, run into no further danger. Interrupt the monster one word further, and by this hand, I'll turn mercy out of doors and make a stockfish out of thee.
Why? What did I? I did nothing. I'll go farther off.
Didst thou not say he lied?
Thou liest.
Do I so? Take thou that! As you like this, give me the lie another time.
I did not give the lie. Out of your wits and hearing too. A pox on your bottle. This can sack and drinking do. A murrain on your monster, and the devil take your fingers.
Now forward with your tale. Pray thee, stand further off.
Why, let him beat him again, and then after a little while I'll beat him too.
Stand further. Proceed.
Why, as I told thee before, 'tis a custom with him in the afternoon to sleep. There thou mayest brain him, having first seized his books, or with a log, batter his skull, or punch him with a stake, or cut his wizard with thy knife. Remember first to possess his books, for without them he is a sot, as am I, nor hath he one spirit to command. They all do hate him, as rootedly as I. Burn but his books. He has brave utensils, for so he calls them, which, when he has a house, he'll deck withal. But that most deeply to consider is the beauty of his daughter. Oh, he himself calls her a nonpareil. I never saw a woman but Sycorax, my dam, and she as far surpasses Sycorax, as greatest does least.
Is it so brave a lass?
Aye, Lord, she will become thy bed, I warrant, and bring thee forth brave brood.
Monster, I will kill this man! His daughter and I shall be king and queen, save our graces, and Trinculo and thyself shall be viceroys. Does thou like the plot, Trinculo?
Excellent.
Give me thy hand. I'm sorry that I beat thee, but by thou liveth, keep a good tongue in thy head.
Within this half hour will he be asleep. Wilt thou destroy him then?
Aye, on my honor.
This will I tell my master.
Oh, thou makest me merry. I am full of pleasure. Let us be jocking. Wilt thou troll the catch you taught me but while there?
At thy request, monster, I will do reason, any reason. Come, Trinculo, let us sing. Flout him and count him and scout him and flout him, for 'tis free.
That's not the tune.
What is the thing?
This is the tune of our catch, played by the picture of nobody.
If thou beest a man, show thyself and thy likeness. If thou beest the devil, take on as thou list.
Oh, forgive me my sins.
He that dies pays all debts. I defy thee! Mercy upon us!
Art thou feared?
No, monster, not I.
Be not afeard. This isle is full of noises, sounds, and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not. Sometimes 1,000 twangling instruments will hum about mine ears, and sometimes voices, that if I then had waked after a long sleep, would make me sleep again. And in dreaming, the sky methought would show riches ready to drop upon me, that when I waked, I cried to dream again.
This shall prove a brave kingdom for me. Or I shall have my music for nothing.
When Prospero is destroyed.
Aye, that shall be by and by. I remember the story.
The sound is going away. Let us follow it and after do our work.
Lead, Monsieur, I'll follow. I would that I could see this taper. He lays it on.
Wilt come, Stefano?
I'm thinking I can go no further, sir. My old bones sake. Here's a maze trotting thee through fortress and meanders. By your patience, I needs must stress me.
Old lord, I cannot blame thee, who am myself attached with weariness to the dulling of my spirits. Sit down and rest. Even here I put off my hope and keep it no longer from my flatterer. He is drowned, and thus we trade to find, and the sea mocks our frustrate search on land. Well, let him go.
I am right glad that he's so out of hope. Do not, for one repulse, forego the purpose that you resolve to effect.
The next advantage will we take thoroughly.
Let it be tonight. For now they are oppressed with travel. They will not, nor cannot use such vigilance as when they are fresh.
I say tonight, no more.
What harmony is this? My good friends, hark!
Marvelous, sweet music.
What were these?
A living drummery. Now I will believe that there are unicorns, that in Arabia there is one tree, the phoenix throne, one phoenix at this hour reigning there.
I'll believe both. And what does else want credit? Come to me and I'll be sworn 'tis true. Travellers ne'er did lie, though fools at home condemn him.
If in Naples I should report this now, would they believe me? If I would say I saw such islanders for cert, these are people of the island who, though they are of monstrous shape, yet note, their manners are more gentle-like than of our human generation. You shall find many, nay, almost any.
Honest Lord, thou hast said well. Some of you there present are worse than devils.
I cannot too much muse, such shapes, such gestures, and such sound, expressing, although they want to use of tongue, a kind of excellent dumb discourse.
They've vanished strangely.
No matter, for they have left their viands behind, and we have stomachs. Will it please you taste of what is here?
Not I.
Fair sir, you need not fear.
I will stand to and feed, although my last no matter since the best is past. Brother, my lord the duke, stand to and do as we.
You are three men of sin, whom destiny that hath to instrument this lower world and what is in't, the never surfeited sea has caused to belch up you. And on this island, where man doth not inhabit, you amongst men being most unfit to live. I have made you mad, and even with such like valour men hang and drown their proper selves.
You fools! I and my fellows are ministers of fate! The elements of whom your souls are tempered may as well wound the loud winds, or with be-more stats, gild the still closen waters as diminish 1,000 that's in my plea.
My fellow ministers are like invulnerable. If you could hurt, your swords are now too massy for your strengths. and will not be uplifted. But remember,
So that's my business to you.
that you three from Milan did supplant good Prospero, exposed unto the sea which hath requited him and his innocent child.
For which foul deeds the powers,
Delaying, not forgetting.
having sensed the seas and shores, yea, all the creatures against your peace.
Thee and thy son Alonso they have bereft, and do pronounce by me lingering perdition.
Worse than any death can be at once.
Shall step by step attend you and your ways, whose wrath to guard you from.
Which here, in this most desolate isle, else falls upon your heads.
Is nothing but hot sorrow and a clear life ensuing.
Bravely the figure of this harpy hast thou performed, my Ariel, a grace it had devouring. Of my instruction hast thou nothing bated in what thou hadst to say. My high charms work. These mine enemies are all knit up in their distractions. They now are in my power. And in these fits I leave them, while I visit young Ferdinand, whom they suppose is drowned, and his and mine loved darling.
In the name of something holy, sir! Why stand you in this strange stare?
Oh, this monstrous, monstrous! Methought the billow spoke and told me of it. The winds did sing it to me, and the thunder, that deep and dreadful organ pipe, pronounced the name of Prosper. It did base my trespass. Therefore my son in Luz is buried, and I'll seek him deeper than e'er plummet sounded, and with him there lie murdered.
But one fiend at a time. I'll fight their legions o'er.
I'll be thy second.
All three of them are desperate. Their great guilt, like poison, made to work a great time after, now gains to bind the spirits. I beseech you, that are of suppler limbs, follow them swiftly and hinder them from what this agency might have provoked them to.
Follow, I pray you.
If I have too austerely punished you, your compensation makes amends, for I have given you here 1/3 of mine own life, or that for which I live, who once again I tender to thy hand. All thy vexations were but my trials of thy love, and thou hast strangely stood the test. Here afore heaven I ratify this my rich gift. Oh, Ferdinand, do not smile at me that I boast her of, for thou shalt find she will outstrip all praise, and make it halt behind her.
I do believe it against an oracle.
Then, as my gift, thine own acquisition, worthily purchased, take my daughter. But, if thou dost break her virgin knot, before all sanctimonious ceremonies may with full and holy rite be ministered, no sweet aspersion shall the heavens let fall to make this contract grow. But barren hate, sour-eyed disdain and discord shall strew the union of your bed with weeds so loathly that you shall hate it both. Therefore take heed, as Hymen's lamps shall light you.
As I hope for quiet days, fair issue, and long life, with such love as 'tis now, the murkiest den, the most opportune place, the strong suggestion our worser genius can, shall never melt mine honor into lust, to take away the edge of that day's celebration, when I shall think our feeble steeds are foundered, or night kept chained below.
Fairly spoke. Sit then and talk with her, she is thine own. What, Ariel? My industrious servant, Ariel!
What would my potent master?
Here I am.
Thou and thy meaner fellows your last service did worthily perform, and I must use you in such another trick. Go bring the rabble, all whom I give thee power, here to this place. Incite them to quick motion. For I must bestow upon the eyes of this young couple some vanity of mine art. It is my promise. And they expect it of me.
Presently?
Aye, with a twinkle.
Before you can say, come and go.
And breathe twice and cry so.
Each one tripping on his toe.
We'll be here with mop and mow.
Do you love me, master?
No.
Dearly, my delicate Ariel, do not approach till thou dost hear me call.
Well, I conceive.
Look thou be true. Do not give dalliance too much the rein. The strongest oaths are straw to the fire in the blood. Be more abstemious. Or else good night your vow.
I warrant you, sir, the white cold virgin snow upon my heart abates the ardor of my liver.
Well. Now come, my Ariel, bring a corollary rather than want a spirit appear and pertly. No tongue. All eyes. Be silent.
bounteous lady, thy rich lease of wheat, rye, barley, vetches, oats, and peace, thy turfy mountains where live nibbling sheep, and flat meads thatched with stover them to keep, thy banks with piand and twillet brims, which spongy April at thy hest betrims to make cold nymphs chaste crowns, and thy broom groves, whose shadow the dismissed bachelor loves, being lass-lorn, thy pole-clipped vineyards, and thy sea march, sterile and rocky hard, where thou thyself dost err. The queen of the sky, whose watery arch and messenger am I, bids thee leave these, and here, with her sovereign grace, on this grass plot, in this very place to come and sport. Her peacocks fly amain, approach, rich Ceres, her to entertain.
Hail, many-coloured messenger, that ne'er dost disobey the wife of Jupiter, who with thy saffron wings upon my flowers diffusest honey drops, refreshing showers, and with each end of thy blue bow dost crown my bosky acres and my unshrubbed down, rich scarf to thy proud earth. Why hath the queen summoned me hither to this short-grassed green?
A contract of true love to celebrate, and some donation freely to estate on the blessed lovers.
Highest queen estate, great Juno comes, I know her by her gait.
How does my bounteous sister?
Go with me to bless this twain, that they may prosperous be, and honoured in their issue.
This is a most majestic vision, and harmonious charmingly. May I be bold to think these spirits?
Spirits, which by mine art I have from their confines called to enact my present fancies. Sweet, now, silence, there's something else to do. Hush, and be mute, or else our spell is marred.
This is strange. Your father's in some passion that works him strongly.
Never till this day saw I him touched with anger so distempered.
You do look, my son, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. Our revels now are ended. And these our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherit shall dissolve. And like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Sir, I am vexed. Bear with my weakness. My old brain is troubled. Be not disturbed with my infirmity. If you be pleased, retire into my cell and there repose. A turn or two, I'll walk, to still my beating mind.
We wish you peace.
Come! With a thought, I thank thee. Ariel, come!
Thy thoughts I cleave to.
What's thy pleasure?
Spirit, we must prepare to meet with Caladan.
Aye, my commander.
When I presented Ceres, I thought to have thought thee of it.
but I feared lest I might anger thee.
Say again, where didst thou leave these varlets?
I told you, sir.
They were red hot with drinking, so full of valour that they smoked the air for breathing in their faces, beat the ground for kissing of their feet.
Yet always bending towards their project. Then I bit my table, at which, like unbacked coals, they pricked their ears, advanced their eyelids, lifted up their noses, as they smelled music. So I charmed their ears. The clouds fly, they my lowing follow.
Through toothed briars, sharp furzes, pricking gossamer thorns, which entered their frail shins. At last, I left them with the filthy mantle pool beyond your cell. There, dancing up to the chins at the foul lake, stunk their feet.
This was well done, my bird. Thy shape invisible, keep thou still. The trumpery of my house, go bring it hither, for stale to catch these thieves.
I go.
A devil. A born devil. Upon whose nature nurture can never stick, on whom my pains humanely taken, all lost, quite lost. And as with age his body uglier grows, so his mind cankers. I will plague them all, even to roaring. Come, hang them on this line.
I pray thee, tread softly, that the blind mole may not hear a footfall. We now are near his cell.
Monster, your fairy, which you say is a harmless fairy, has done little better than play the jack with us.
Monster, I do smell old horse piss, at which my nose is in great indignation.
So is mine. Do you hear, Monster? If I should take a displeasure against you, look you!
Thou wert but a lost monster. Good my lord, give me thy favour still. Be patient, for the prize I'll bring thee to shall hoodwink this mischance. Therefore speak softly. All's hushed as midnight yet. Aye, but to lose our bottles in the pool.
There is not only disgrace and dishonour in that, Monster, but an infinite loss.
That's more to me than my wetting, yet this is your harmless fairy, Monster.
I will fetch all my bottle to weigh over years for my labour.
Prithee, my king, be quiet. Seest thou here? This is the mouth of a cell. No noise, and enter. Do that good mischief which may make this island thine own forever, and I, thy Caliban, for I thy foot licker.
Give me thy hand, I do begin to have bloody thoughts.
Oh, King Stefano! Oh, Pierre! Oh, worthy Stefano! Look what a wardrobe is here for thee!
Let it alone, thou fool! It is but trash!
Oh, monster, we know it belongs to a frippery. Oh, King Stefano!
Put off that gown, Treacle, or by this hand I'll have that gown.
Thy grace shall have it.
What the dropsy drown this fool? What do you mean to dote us on such luggage? Let it alone, and let's do the murder first. Oh, if he awake from toe to crown, he'll fill our skins with pinches, make us strange stuff.
Be you quiet, monster. Mistress Line, is this not my jerkin?
We steal by line and level, and like your grace.
I thank thee for that jest. Here's a garment for it, which shall not go unrewarded while I'm king of this country. Steal by line and level's an excellent pass of fate. Here's another garment for it.
Come, monster, put some lime on your fingers and away with the rest.
I'll have none on it. We shall lose our time, and all be turned to barnacles, or to apes with foreheads villainous low.
Monster, lay to your fingers. Help us carry this away to where my hogshead of wine is, or I'll turn you out of the kingdom. And carry you this.
And this.
I am this.
Hey, Mountain, hey! Let them be hunted sadly. At this hour I'll lie at my mercy all mine enemies. Shortly shall all my labours end. Thou shalt have the air of freedom. For a little, follow, and do me service. Now does my project gather to a head. My charms crack not, my spirits obey, and time goes upright with his carriage. How's the day?
On the 6th hour.
At which time, my lord?
You
You
said
said.
our work should cease.
I did say so when first I raised the Tempest. Say, spirit, how fares the king and followers?
Confined together in the same fashion as you gave in charge, just as you left them. All prisoners, sir, in the lying grove which weather fans your sun. They cannot budge till your release.
The king, his brother, and yours abide all three distracted, and the remainder mourning over them, grim, full of sorrow and dismay. But chiefly him whom you term, sir, the good old Lord Gonzalo. His tears run down his beard like winter's drops from eaves of reeds.
Your charms so strongly words them, that if you now beheld them, your affections will become tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would say.
Were I human.
And mine shall. Hast thou, which art but air, a touch, a feeling of their affliction, and shall not myself, one of their kind, that relish all as sharply passion as they, be kindlier moved than thou art? Though with their high wrongs I am struck to the quick, yet with my nobler reason, 'gainst my fury do I take part. The rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. They, being penitent, the sole drift of my purpose doth extend not a frown further. Go release them, Ariel. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I'll fetch them, sir.
Ye elves of hills, brooks, standing lakes, and groves, and ye that on the sands with printless foot do chase the ebbing Neptune, and do fly him when he comes back. You demi-puppets that by moonshine do the green sour ringlets make, whereof the yew not bites, and you, whose pastime is to make midnight mushrooms that rejoice to hear the solemn curfew, by whose aid, weak masters though ye be, I have bedimmed the noontide sun, called forth the mutinous winds, and twixt the green sea and the azured vault set roaring war. To the dread rattling thunder have I given fire, and rifted Jove's stout oak with his own bolt. The strong based promontory have I made shake, and by the spurs plucked up the pine and cedar. Graves at my command have waked their sleepers, oped, and let them forth by my so potent art. But this rough magic I here abjure, and when I have required some heavenly music, which even now I do, to work mine end upon their senses that this airy charm is for, I'll break my staff, bury it certain fathoms in the earth, and deeper than did ever plummet sound, I'll drown my book. and the best comforter to an unsettled fancy, cure thy brains, now useless, boiled within thy skull. There stand. You are spell stopped. Holy Gonzalo, honourable man, mine eyes even sociable to the show of thine fall fellowly drops. The charm dissolves apace, and as the morning steals upon the night, melting the darkness, so their rising senses begin to chase the ignorant fumes that mantle their clearer reason. O good Gonzalo, my true preserver, and a loyal sir, to him thou followest, I will pay thy graces home both in word and deed. Most cruelly didst thou, Alonso, use me and my daughter. Thy brother was a furtherer in the act. Thou art pinched for it now, Sebastian. Flesh and blood. You, brother mine, that entertained ambition, expelled remorse and nature, who with Sebastian would here have killed your king. I do forgive thee, unnatural though thou art. Their understanding begins to swell, and the approaching tide will shortly fill the reasonable shore that now lies foul and muddy. Not one of them that yet looks on me or would know me. Ariel, I will discase me, and myself present as I was sometime Milan. Quickly, spirit, thou shalt ere long be free. I shall miss thee, but yet thou shalt have freedom. To the kingship, invisible as thou art, there shalt thou find the mariners asleep under the hatches, the master and the boatswain being awake, enforce them to this place. And presently, I prithee,
I drink the air before me, and return, or else the pulse twice beats.
All torment, trouble, wonder, and amazement inhabits here. Some heavenly power guide us out of this fearful country.
Behold, Sir King, the wronged Duke of Milan, Prospero, for more assurance that a living prince does now speak to thee, I embrace thy body. And to thee and thy company, I bid a hearty welcome.
Where thou beest here or no, or some enchanted trifle to abuse me, as later have been, I not know. Thy pulse beats as of flesh and blood, and since I saw thee, the affliction of my mind amends, with which I fear a madness held me. This most craven, if this be at all a most strange story. Thy dukedom I resign, and do entreat thou pardon me my wrongs. But how should Prospero be living and be here?
First, noble friend, let me embrace thine age, whose honour cannot be measured or confined.
Whether this be or be not, I'll not swear.
You do yet taste some subtleties of the isle, which will not let you believe things certain. Welcome, my friends, all. But you, my brace of lords, were I so minded, I here could pluck his highness crown upon you, and justify you traitors. At this time, I will tell no tales.
The devil speaks in him.
No. For you, most wicked sir, whom to call brother would even infect my mouth. I do forgive thy rankest fault, all of them, and require my dukedom of thee, which perforce I know thou must restore.
If thou beest Prospero, give us particulars of thy preservation, how thou hast met us here, whom 3 hours since were wrecked upon this shore, where I have lost. How sharp the point of this remembrance is, my dear son Ferdinand.
I have woe for it, sir.
Irreparable is the loss, and patience says it is but her cure.
I rather think you have not sought her help, of whose soft grace, for the like loss, I have her sovereign aid, and rest myself content.
You the like loss?
As great to me as late. And supportable to make the dear loss, have I means much weaker than you may call to comfort you. For I have lost my daughter.
A daughter? Oh heavens, that they were living both in Naples, the king and queen there. That they were. I wish myself were mudded in that oozy bed where my son lies. When did you lose your daughter?
In this last tempest. I perceive these lords at this encounter do so much admire that they devour their reason and scarce think their eyes do offices of truth. Their words are natural breath. But howsoe'er you have been justled from your senses, know for certain that I am Prospero, and that very Duke which was thrust forth of Milan, who most strangely upon this shore where you were wrecked was landed to be the lord of. No more yet of this, for 'tis a chronicle of day by day, not a relation for a breakfast, nor befitting this first meeting. Welcome, sir. This sells my court. Here have I few attendants and subjects, none abroad. Look in. My dukedom, since you have given me again, I will requite you with as good a thing, at least bring forth a wonder to content ye, as much as me, my dukedom.
Sweet lord, you play me false.
No, my dear love, I would not for the world.
Yes, for a score of kingdoms you should wrangle, and I would call it fair play.
If this prove a vision of the island, one dear son shall I twice lose.
A most high miracle.
Though the seas threaten, they are merciful. I have cursed them without cause.
Now all the blessings of a glad father compass thee about. Arise, and say how thou camest here.
Oh, wonder! How many goodly creatures are there here? How beauteous mankind is! Oh, brave new world that has such people in it!
'Tis due to thee.
Who is this maid with whom thou wast at play? Your eldest acquaintance cannot be 3 hours. Is she the goddess that had severed us and brought us thus together?
Sir, she is mortal, but by immortal providence she is mine. I chose her when I could not ask my father for his advice, nor thought I had one. She is daughter to this famous Duke of Milan, of whom so often I have heard renowned but never saw before, of whom I have received a second life, and second father this lady makes him to me.
I am hers. But oh, how oddly will it sound that I must ask my child forgiveness.
There, sir, stop. let us not burthen our remembrance with the heaviness that's gone.
I have inly wept. Or should have spoke ere this. Look down, you God, and on this couple drop a blessed crown, for it is you that have chalked forth the way that brought us hither.
I say Amen, Gonzalo.
Was Milan thrust from Milan, that its issue should become King of Naples? Oh, rejoice beyond the common joy, and put it on with gold on lasting pillars. In one voyage did Claribel find her husband at Tunis, Ferdinand her brother found a wife where he himself was lost, Prospero his dukedom on a poor isle, and all of us ourselves, when no man was his own.
Give me your hands. Let grief and sorrow still embrace your heart that doth not.
Be it
wish
so,
you joy.
amen. Oh, look, sir, look, here is four of us. I prophesied if the gallows were on land, this fellow could not drown. Well, blasphemy, that swearest grace overboard, not an oath on shore. Hast thou no mouth on land? What is the news?
The best news is that we have safely found our king and company. The next our ship with 3 glasses since we gave out split is tight and yarm and bravely rigged as when we first set out to sea.
Sir, all this service have I done since I went.
My tricksy spirit, wast well done. Bravely my diligence, thou shalt be free.
This is a strange maze as airman trod, and there is in this business more than nature was ever conduct of. Some oracle must rectify our knowledge.
Sir, my liege, do not infest your mind with beating on the strangeness of this business. At picked leisure, which shall be shortly, single, I'll resolve you, which to you shall seem probable, of every these happened accidents. Till when, be cheerful, and think of each thing well. Come hither, spirit. Set Caliban and his companions free. Untie the spell. How fares my gracious sir? There are yet missing of your company some few odd lads that you remember not.
Let no one take on for himself for all his misfortune! Caraccio, Holy Master! Caraccio!
If these be good spies in my head, this is a goodly sight.
Oh, Syllabus, these be brave spirits indeed. Oh, how fine my master looks! I hope he will not chastise me.
What things are these, my Lord Antonio? Will money buy it?
Very like. One of them is a plain fish and no doubt marketable.
Mark but the badges of these men, my lords, then say if they be true. This misshapen knave, his mother was a witch, and one so strong that could control the moon, make flows and ebbs, and deal in her command without her power. These 3 have robbed me, and this demi-devil, well, he's a bastard one, had plotted with them to take my life. 2 of these fellows you must know and own. This thing of darkness, I acknowledge mine.
Oh, I shall be pinched to death.
Is not this Stefano, my drunken butler?
He's drunk now. Where had he wine?
Trinculo is reeling ripe. Where should they find this Randica that had given them? How camest thou in this pickle?
I have been in such a pickle since I last saw you that I fear will never out of my bones. I shall not fear fly blowing.
Why, how now, Stefano?
Oh, touch me not! I'm not Stefano, but a cramp.
You be king of the isle, Sirrah.
It should have been a sore one then.
This is a strange thing as e'er I looked on.
He is as disproportioned in his manners as in his shape. Go, said I to myself, take with you your companions, as you look to have my pardon, trim it handsomely.
Aye, that I will. And I'll be wise thereafter, and seek for grace. Oh, what a thrice double ass was I to take this drunkard for a god in worship, this dull fool.
Go to! Away!
Hence, and bestow your luggage where you found it.
Or stole it, rather.
Sir, I invite your highness and your train to my poor cell, where you shall take your rest for this one night, which part of it I'll waste with such discourse as I not doubt shall make it go quick away. The story of my life, and the particular accidents gone by since I came to this isle. Then, in the morn, I'll bring you to your ship, and so to Naples, where I have hoped to see the nuptial of these our dear beloved solemnized. And thence retire me to my Milan, where every third thought shall be my grave.
I long to hear the story of your life, which must take the ear strangely.
I'll deliver all, and promise you calm seas, auspicious gales, and sails so expeditious that shall catch your royal fleet far off. Please you draw near. My Ariel! Chick? That is thy charge. Then to the elements be free, and fare thou well. Now my charms are all o'erthrown, and what strength I have's mine own, which is most faint. Now, 'tis true, I must be here confined by you, or sent to Naples. Let me not, since I have my dukedom got, and pardoned the deceiver, dwell in this bare island by your spell. But release me from my bands, with the help of your good hands. Gentle breath of yours my sails must fill, or else my project fails, which was to please. Now I want spirits to enforce, art to enchant, and my ending is despair, unless I be relieved by prayer, which pierces so that it assaults mercy itself, and frees all faults. As you from crimes would pardoned be, let your indulgence set me free.